city is dressed in skin. And every time I think of her, it rains, when she breathes upon the morning. And I don't think about you all the time, only when the trees sway, somehow slaughtered. I walked into the Cameron one day and just talked to Paul, the bartender there, and I gave him a CD, of course, and he liked what I did, and he offered me the gig, and we played there for just under a year, every Monday night.
The phrase I heard was that this guy at the Cameron, he's playing Monday nights, he's like the new Ron Sexsmith. I said, hey, want to buy your record? And he was going to give it to me, but I insisted he take the money. It's like, your first lesson in the music business, take the money. It might not come around again. I took the record home and listened to it and thought, wow, that's a good record. I think I'll listen to it again. I put it in again, and my door opened and he was standing there. That was the start of our friendship.
To get a residency at the Cameron House was a pretty special thing for me, considering I hadn't really played many shows. No one really knew who the hell I was, and they really gave me a chance. And through the Cameron, I got to meet various musicians who ended up playing in my band.
Justin had a band at the time. They were a very good band, but they weren't without some problems. Anyway, we looked up on stage at one point and Justin was playing bass. So I just went up and said, put your guitar back on, I'll play bass. And that was a fairly memorable night because that was kind of when I actually started playing with him. Cameron has always had the feel of a local bar, a place where you can just go, watch some music. And it's also the place where you're gonna see people who are just beginning their rise. Blue Rodeo played here in the early days, so we didn't have a record deal back then. And everybody else on the scene was here to see you, and it was a supportive scene. If you didn't have a gig that night, chances are you ended up at the Cameron. I would bring friends every week, say, hey, you gotta come here, this guy is really good. We would come down and listen to him and have a great time. And then the crowd started to get bigger and bigger. You could see that it was going somewhere else. It was stepping to the next level because it had run its course here.
Those Saturday girls have never been easy to talk to. And those Friday night boys are always so easy to see through.
The Cameron was very fundamental in my understanding of music. It was essential in some of the most important relationships I still maintain to this day.